Hi, this is Paul the Pipe Guy live from Rochester, New York. And happy Saturday. I've got my Buffalo Bills hat on. They're going to be playing Washington tomorrow. Hopefully, they kick some butt. So, I've been doing a little research on there's a new federal tobacco tax that they're trying to implement, which would drastically increase pipe tobacco, and I mean cigarettes in New York State are already taxed $4.35 a pack. So you want a pack of cigarettes, you're going to spend $11, $12 a pack. And they were saying that someone who makes $15,000 a year that smokes one pack a day will spend 20% of his gross income on cigarette tax, not to mention the rest of the cost of the product, just on tax. It's ridiculous. I've actually, for about the past year and a half, been investing here and there in different pipe tobacco blends. I've got well over 70 different blends. I've got probably 50 pounds of tobacco, 40 pounds, 50 pounds, somewhere in that area. Yeah, there's some money tied up there. But with this new federal tax rate that they want to come out with, that would increase the tax on pipe tobacco by over 2,100%, which is huge. And then you have your sales tax on top of that. It's ridiculous. So I have this beautiful GBD bowl number 1006. I love this pipe. GBD is just like a premium pipe. I don't know how old it is. It does have a stinger type system in it. So I suspect it was made after 1938. Yeah, little stinger system in it. Does cut down on the draw, but it's still a great smoker. And in that we have by East India Trading Company some Officers Club, and I finished my first tin of that. I've got 5 full tins left. This is just a great, I'll read what it has in it. Officers Club combines Virginias, Burleys, and Black Cavendish with rum. Gentle spices and creamy vanilla that will make you think of a decadent dessert. Officers Club will be truly satisfying after a hearty evening meal. Officers Club, it's just awesome. Definitely an all-day smoke, too. It is on the wetter side. So a lot of times I'll spread a bowl's worth out on my cutting board on my desk, let it dry for 15 or 20 minutes, get a little drier. Otherwise, you're constantly relighting it. Although this bowl I didn't do that with. I took it out of a fresh tin. The room note on this is unbelievable. So I've been working 6 days a week, 50 hours a week. I work 9-hour days. Then on Saturday, 6 to 11, and that's a lot. I mean, I have a very physically demanding job. Even though I'm a welder, I'm still lifting parts that weigh between 30 and 60 pounds up and moving them around and putting them together. It gets tiring after a while. So today, I took the day off. I'm going to have Saturday and Sunday off. Yeah, 2 days in a row off. I've been working like the last 3 months, 6 days a week. It's more than I want to do. Sometimes your body just needs 2 days back to back. I did wake up at 5 this morning and then went back to bed. I stayed in bed till 11 o'clock. Mm-hmm. So Mick Davison, my friend from down under from Australia, Mick Davison, he's been investing his money in pipe tobacco because he sees the same thing that I do. Actually, I picked up on it after he mentioned something. And Mick has his own YouTube channel under Aussie E Piper, and he used to smoke E-pipes, which are electronic pipes with oil in them, and then went to the real deal. And great bloke. It's just so I've been investing. I have enough pipe tobacco really to last me the rest of my life. For those of you who like firearms, back in 2006, my father told me, they've tried to take our guns away in the United States. Come through with all this legislation and all this stuff. They'd love to take our guns away. So they won't be able to really do that, so they're going to dry up the ammunition source. So back in 2006, I started investing in ammunition. I'd go to Walmart once a week or whatever, and back then you could buy, a brick of 522 caliber bullets for $10. Good luck now. Well, so I invested in that ammo. I invested in all the ammo that I have for all the different calibers of guns that I own, firearms. And I started that back in 2006. And he was right. My father was very prophetic. Boom, about 6-7 years ago, couldn't buy 22 caliber ammunition. Well, I had 5,000 rounds. Then when you could buy it, it was 10 times the price. It's still way up there. So I got all I need as far as that. Last me the rest of my life and then some. I'm not going to tell you what I have. I'll tell you everything you want to know about my pipe tobacco, but as far as my firearms, and I own nothing that's illegal. Oh, yeah. This Officers Club by East India Trading Company is just unbelievable. And it smokes great out of this GBD pipe. So one pipe I've been working on, I'll pause the video and I'll grab it. Okay, we're back. So one pipe that I've been working on is this Digby I picked up for about $30. And I noticed that it does have real thin walls. Now Digby, if GBD was making a pipe and all of a sudden they found a sand hole or whatever, and we've already talked about this. There's a little factory fill right there. You can see it barely. It's elongated right above my finger. That doesn't qualify as a GBD, so it became a Digby. Well, this one, the walls on this are kind of thin. So you can't really, and it's a big bowl. I mean, I can fit my index finger easily in there, almost my thumb. So I've been working on doing the honey treatment on this to insulate the briar so she doesn't overheat. And really haven't had a problem with it really overheating a lot. If you smoke it hard, it will. But so I've got 2 coats now of the honey treatment that I did, and you can kind of see some carbon buildup in there. Yeah, maybe that's a little better. Yeah, it's starting to get some carbon buildup. I'm going to do 3, 4, 5 honey treatments on this. And so the way I do it is I swab it with a generous amount of honey. I don't even let it dry anymore. Pack it full of good, cool burning tobacco and smoke her a little hard. When she starts to get warm, I'll set her down, smoke a whole bowl out of that. And then it's got mostly dried up honey, which is still a little sticky, and a bunch of tobacco that's stuck to it, a little tobacco. And I'll let her cool down, load up another bowl, smoke another bowl out of it, maybe a day later. 2, 3 bowls, 4 bowls out of this, and then I'll do another honey treatment on it and just keep repeating the process until I get some good carbon buildup in that baby, because that's a beauty, and I don't want to have it get burnout. This is a pipe I've been working with here in this front area. You can see it's kind of dark right there. It's about ready to burn out. You know, you look at the inside of this pipe and that rear area, somebody smoked it really hard, ruined the briar. So I'm trying to salvage it. It's a beautiful pipe, great smoker. So I'm doing that repetitive honey treatment to that to build up a lot of carbon buildup. I mean, you can build up so much carbon buildup that you can have a junker pipe like this that has a huge crack across the side. All right. But when I got this, you couldn't even fit a number 2 pencil in there. So I scraped out most of it, but I left a good amount of carbon buildup in there. And so it's airtight. I mean, even though it's got that huge monster crack the size of the Titanic in the side, it's a great smoker. You never know. I'm not going to ream it down to bare wood. The only way I'd do that is if I was to, I don't know, if I was to really to redo this pipe, sand it all down. Somebody did sand it down at one time and put varnish on it. But it's a great junker pipe, man. You can freaking take it fishing, you know, take it to work, you know. You don't have to worry about if it gets a dent in it or whatever. I mean, you just don't have to worry about it. It's just a tumble around pipe. Ah, yeah. Cheers. Bush beer. Saturday afternoon. It's 3:07. 7 minutes after the hour. Ah, yes. So I talked to my mom for almost an hour today. Good to hear from her. She's looking forward. She's having a cowboy wedding. So she has this cool wedding dress she's going to be wearing. She's going to be wearing cowgirl boots and cowgirl hat. And her fiance is going to be wearing a suit, or don't know if he's wearing a tuxedo. Cowboy boots and a cowboy hat. My mom was originally born in the Midwest in Montana. When this gentleman, her fiance, great guy, was born in Texas, so perfect match. Mm. Mm. Perfect match. Just like me with this officers club right now. I'll tell you, if you haven't tried this, try it. But back to the tobacco tax. Even if you can buy 1 tin a week, spend $20 a week on blends that you like. It's worth it because the government's just going to end up taxing it so high that it's going to be highly unaffordable. I have to take a little break. I'll be right back. All right, we're back again. So this new tobacco tax that they're proposing and trying to pass will give the government an extra $96 billion a year. You know, I did some calculations once, and if you're a homeowner, just own an average home, nothing spectacular. By the time you pay in the United States your state tax, your federal tax, your sales tax, your property taxes, all those other taxes, your school tax, the taxed amount is equivalent to 72% of your gross income, which leaves you with 28% of whatever you make. In the Boston Tea Party, it was about a 2% tax on tea from the English government. Yeah. 72%. Our forefathers would roll over in their graves. So much of it's wasted, so much, sent to other countries, which, I think if there's a country that has a natural disaster or anything like that, they need help, you know what, I don't mind my government offering a helping hand, from some country that's been struck with some horrible natural disaster or anything like that. We're the land of opportunity, the land of plenty. We have the most resources in the world. The United States does. More natural resources than any other country in the world. What pisses me off is when they give free handouts to people that could work here in the United States but choose not to. Right now in the United States, we have a labor shortage because the government is kicking in an extra $300 per week on top of unemployment. It was $600 a week. I was on it. I got laid off a year and a half ago because my company had to reduce its workforce because of this COVID thing. So they said, we're going to give you a temporary layoff. I was making more on unemployment than I was going to work. And after 5 weeks of that, they called me up and, hey, can you start Monday? A lot of people that my company called back said, no, I'm afraid. They used that as an excuse. I was like, yeah, I'll be glad to come back to work. Companies now are offering big incentives for people to get them off unemployment and come to work because they just don't have the employees. Locally here in Rochester, New York, we have a lot of great hospitals, and the medical community is huge here. So they're short-staffed. Yeah, you get Joe or Cindy Schmo. They want to sit home and not work, collecting $700 to $800, $900 a week from the government. That makes no sense to me. No sense at all. I'll tell you what, after that 5 weeks of staying home, I was losing my mind. I couldn't wait to go back to work, to make less than I was making being unemployed. But that's the way I was raised. Anyway, so invest, 15, $20 a week in some tobacco blends, that you like. Because it will go up substantially. Anyways, thanks for joining me for this Saturday afternoon smoke. I'm Paul the Pipe Guy, live from Rochester, New York. Happy pipe smoking, pipe smokers. Over and out.